What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tyson. I'm actually starting this vlog at what I would essentially consider nighttime. I'm about to go to bed. Don't know if you can see that. It's about a little bit after 3 p.m. And I'm going to bed. And I wish I could tell you, oh, it's because I'm locked in, bro, and I'm going hard. But really, I just kind of got home. I did my cardio. I ate my food, and I don't have too much else to do. I kind of just want to go to sleep, wake up, and get to work because I know that when I wake up, I'll be more focused. I could do some work right now, but again, my deep work, my focus, my energy is kind of not optimal. I'll leave it at that. So, plan for tomorrow is to be waking up, working from probably about midnight, 1 a.m. Work for a few hours. It's a very rough plan. I'm pretty much thinking it out. But I usually work for a few hours, do all my deep work. Then I do my reading, my shallow work. And then I hit the gym at around 10, 11 o'clock a.m. And excuse the mess in the kitchen. I just got finished cooking up. But I finish up at work, finish up at the gym at around noon, 1 o'clock p.m. Then I like to do my cardio for about 30 minutes of cardio. Finish up my eating, maybe do a little bit of reading, a little bit of, maybe I'll even chill at the end of the day from like 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., 4 p.m. I won't lie, usually I don't go to bed at like 3 p.m. Usually it's 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. But today I'm feeling extra bored, so I'm just going to go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and get after it. I plan on taking a video when I wake up, when I'm in the car on the way to the gym, probably as I'm working as well, as I'm scheduling out my day. Essentially what I want is for you guys to have a full, clear picture of what I do on a daily basis so that you can kind of see, I don't know, just for reference, I guess. Because, I've been meeting a lot of people lately that watch my content. I've been meeting them one-to-one. And, it's something that some people have asked for, obviously, not everybody. But for those who have asked for it, here it is. I'm going to be making it. So, yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 12:09. If you can see it there on my watch. So I woke up 9 minutes ago. Sleep was all right. I definitely did wake up a couple times and couldn't get back to sleep for a little bit. But honestly, sleeping is a skill. What you do when you're in bed, your practices before bed, what you do when you can't sleep, all these things are practices. And if you master them, you're able to, always make the most out of your sleep and be as efficient of a sleeper as possible. I am tired for sure, but I wouldn't say that I need that much sleep compared to the regular person. I'm more of a not crazy amount of sleep type of guy in the first place. And I'm cool with that. So plan for today is I decided I wanted to go to the gym early in the morning. I like to go at 2 a.m. sometimes. I haven't gone at 2 a.m. in a good little bit either. I'd say like a couple weeks. I have been going at around 9 or 10 a.m. So essentially, I'm going to plan my day around that. So it's 12 o'clock right now, midnight. I'm going to get some carbs in me. So I'm going to have a bagel. I'm also going to have some rice and chicken, about 500 calories worth of rice and ground chicken. It's already cooked. I cooked it yesterday and saved some for today as well. So that's going to put me about 700 calories in and a whole lot of carbs, a little bit of protein from the chicken as well. But thought process behind that is that I'm going to have enough energy to really hit my workout this morning. I'm going to take my pre-workout and then I'm going to go and work out. I'm also going to film a little bit of it for you guys. After that is finished, I'll be coming back. I'll be having my coffee. And then I'll actually get to work. Between now and the actual workout, I'm going to be scheduling my day, planning my day, maybe doing a little bit of work. But again, I only have like 2 hours before I have to go. So yeah, I'll be going to the gym, doing my workout, coming back from the gym, and then really hammering it in. So plan there is probably back from the gym at around 3 o'clock, let's say. And I'll work from 3 o'clock until probably around 9. 3 o'clock, 9, 10, maybe even 11 actually. just because I do have a lot of stuff to do today. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm one of those people who's going to be working for 12 hours because I only really have, most people have around 3 to 4 hours of real deep work that they can get done. After that, it's like you can't really focus as well. And I definitely find the same with me. I'm in the process of increasing and improving my deep work, but that's kind of where I am, right? So I know today I'm going to be doing a lot of writing YouTube, writing, writing some courses, and then a lot of shallow work as well. And I have a lot of work to do with taxes, collecting a lot of data, uploading it for the accountants, and just that sort of thing, which you know, is not the most fun. But yeah, man, on a day-to-day basis, it usually isn't. I think today I might just go out and do something. I might head out to the gun range for a little something, pick up a new gun. I don't know. I might not. I might just 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock rolls around. I might go out for a walk. I might do some shallow work. I might just do some reading. I might just hang out on the couch. Yeah, time will tell. I'll definitely be getting my cardio in though. That's for sure. I have a standing desk treadmill I'm going to be using. I might even just use the Peloton honestly, because lately I've been feeling like I kind of get fired up when I want to do my cardio. And the treadmill only goes to 6 kilometers per hour or 6 miles per hour, something like that. I don't know. It doesn't go fast enough. So yeah, that's my thought process. That's how I start my day. That's how I'm going to be doing things. That's how I plan things out. So plan now. Eat some carbs, bagel, rice and chicken. I'll take you through when I schedule my day as well. And that'll basically be it. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the cool transition, so I'll just do it now. All right, and here we are for my daily schedule. So this is a daily schedule, I guess, template that I've been using like forever, like literally since before I even made my first dollar worth of copywriting. I didn't really learn it from anywhere. There was a lot of little different iterations from it, from like to-do list to task list or whatever. But essentially, all it does is the to-do list on the right. So that's just a brain dump of what I have to do for the day. And then I'll go through and schedule everything. So I'll put it in order of priority. Then I'll go through and create the times for everything, about how long it should take, and then whether I did it or not. And then that's basically it. So it's a way to get a deep understanding of what I'm doing for the day while prioritizing, giving myself a time to do it, and also holding myself accountable as well. There's not really much else to it. So I'll just go through some of the stuff I'm doing today. Discovery call with someone who wants to join the mentorship. I'm going to be writing a YouTube video as well. I'm going to be writing the Client Getting Academy, which is essentially a course. I'm going to be recording a YouTube video. I'm going to be doing some taxes. I'm going to be going to the gym just in a little bit here. Do my 30 minutes of bike cardio. I'm going to read, study, journal, meditate, that sort of thing. So when it comes to this is almost kind of like quote unquote free time, but like I'm doing a lot of the shallow work. I'm connecting with my team, and that's kind of where I can do what happens in the moment. So the thing with the schedule is that a lot of people see it as kind of like a time prison, but realistically it's the opposite. It's something to help you get more for your time, right? So this is by all means not like dead set, like, oh, well, it's 3:38, so I can't start, writing my course right now. I'm like, no, you can go through and, this is kind of like a guideline. And the reason why I like doing this is essentially because it just helps me get all my thoughts on paper. Then I don't have to think about, okay, what I'm going to do now. Everything is there. Everything is already thought of. And it's as simple as possible. And that's just what I like. So for the next hour or so, I'm going to be writing some YouTube, getting ready to record when I come back from the gym. And that's going to be basically it. So I'll see you there. All right, everybody. This is me at the gym and Tyson, technically from the future. I don't know. There's not much to really report. I went to the gym, did some chest day today. As you can see right here, I'm doing the incline barbell. So, I guess some info on my training and how that looks. I essentially train. I try to go every single day. I don't schedule my rest days, although there are some. The rest days that I take are usually either because I'm still sore. So like it's like, oh, I'm supposed to do arms today, but my arm is still a little bit sore, so I'll get an extra day. Or I'm just like extremely busy, or just somehow doesn't fit into the plan, or I'm traveling, or something of that nature. So, yeah, this was me at the gym doing some incline. As you can see, I like to like on this one, I went like more slow and controlled reps. That's usually how I like to work out. Here's me after the pump, checking it out, shirt on at first. I'm actually cutting right now. So I'm cutting weight, leaning down so you can see the veins kind of coming out a little bit in the biceps for sure. In a moment here, I'll go pump cover off and we'll be able to look at all the cuts. But yeah, man, essentially, I'm going to be cutting weight for a little bit until I get a little bit more shredded and ripped. And then I'll start putting on some real muscle and putting on some fat as well with that, and just bulking up in general, because kind of like I'm going to be explaining later in the video, I've been looking like the exact same pretty much for like the last few years. And I want to make a real big change because I've been going to the gym consistently, but not seeing any changes, only really maintaining how I look, which I'm not sad about how I look, but I know I'm always striving for better. I always want to get better. I always want to get bigger. So this is essentially the current physique. I've been training since like, been in the gym since like 16, been like working out at home at like 13 till then. And I've been pretty overall consistent. I mean, there have been times where I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit here and there. And I took like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks off, I think. But yeah. Yo, what's up, everyone? So in case you were wondering what my morning, I guess, vitamins and supplements are, we have creatine gummies. I like taking them in gummy form. Really, really good. 4 scoops of this for my morning coffee. Basically it. And then also we got some Flintstone gummies on deck. Pretty simple. As for protein powder, I don't actually take that on a daily basis. I don't need it. I get my protein from my food anyways. It's good to supplement it in certain scenarios and situations, but I can usually get away without doing it. It's also just a lot of work. I don't like drinking my calories. It makes me feel really heavy after I have it. And it's just not optimal. So I skip out on that. And instead, I just have all my protein from my food, creatine in gummy form. And yeah, that's basically it. So this post-workout, I'm going to have some coffee, and then I'll get right back with you. Peace. Boom. All right, then. So my tripod is literally breaking as we speak, so gonna make this one quick. I have my coffee. This thing is basically filled to the brim with nothing but coffee. And I already had my pre-workout before I went to the gym. I actually just started getting on pre-workout, but yeah, man, I mean, you see it. The workout was pretty good. Really good, actually. Definitely a really good workout. There's not really too much to report about it. I mean, worked out early. Gym was pretty much empty. There's only a couple guys in there. Looks like we're going to be joined by the 4D kitty possibly. But it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Nothing to really report. But I guess while I'm drinking my morning coffee, I mean, this is easily one of the best parts of my day. One of, if not the best part of my day. Week, month, year, freaking life. Because I just get to hang out, drink my warm coffee, get ready for work, hang out with the 4D kitty, and just chill. But I want to answer a question that may be on some people's mind. That's inevitable for a lot of people to ask, which is why? Why wake up at, today's wake up was at midnight? Why track every calorie that goes into your mouth? Why train so hard at the gym? Why do cardio? Why build a business when you already have enough money? Why? And it's a good question. Let me center myself here. It's kind of giving me OCD. It is a good question. Because to the average person, it's like, the average person's goal usually is just to be good enough and to be comfortable and avoid pain at all costs, avoid pain and discomfort. That's basically it. But really, I mean, the way that I always think of it, well, have been thinking of it a lot lately, is more of like we grew up wanting to be superheroes, right? And the thing with every superhero, every anime, is that they all have these superhero abilities and powers, and that's essentially what you get when you choose difficulty and discomfort most of the time, right? I mean, like think of it this way: if I were to just be completely average, or you or anybody were to just be completely average, 9 to 5 job, 20 pounds overweight, didn't really do much, hung out, scrolled through Reddit all day or something, and didn't do anything with their whole lives. I mean, when the opportunity came or the situation presented itself where they needed to step up and be useful to somebody and save somebody in need or save themselves in need or something were to happen, they'd be ill prepared. I don't want to be ill prepared. I want to be greatly prepared for anything that comes at me so that I can serve. I can serve myself. I can serve the people who I love. I can serve the people around me. And I mean, that's what it really is about, right? And this I guess day in the life has a disturbing lack of Lamborghinis and Rolex buying. I've realized, but this is literally what I do on a day-to-day basis, and this is what I prefer to do. This is my designed life. Right? This is what I've designed. This is what I desire, and I think that a lot of people have the issue of trying to make their goals based on what they want rather than making their goals on the problems that they're willing to put up with. Damn, she is a fluffy, man. Look at that dust ball. Hilarious. But these are the problems that I chose. These are the problems that I chose. These are the problems that I want. Like, and by problems, I mean like, yeah, I have to wake up super early. I have to get up when I don't feel like it. I have to go to the gym when I don't feel like it. I have to eat food where I really crave just like a whole pizza. I could eat a whole pizza to myself. But in this calorie deficit, I'm trying to get shredded. Body fat percentage is coming down. These are all the sacrifices that I'm willing to make. Like I literally, when I was working my 9 to 5 job, I dreamt about this. I wrote it down actually, what my dream schedule would be after I quit my 9 to 5. And it was essentially the same thing that I'm living right now. Wake up at around 2 a.m., go to the gym, come back, do my work, go into my deep work, do my shallow work, do some cardio, and then have around 4-ish hours at the end of the day to play with. And I'm very happy with that. On the weekends, we don't take those off, but they're a little bit lighter, right? On the weekends, I like to take them for more like self-studying. So it's less business related, but more like me journaling, going back to my previous journals, figuring out how I can be my best self, how I've been doing, give myself an assessment, get accountable with myself, speak to some of my own coaches and mentors, and that's what those are dedicated for. And so those are all the problems that I'm willing to deal with. And the reason why I feel as though picking what you want is not the best way to do your goals is because everybody wants things, right? Like me, for example, I want a supercar, right? Like a Pagani, like a 3 million, or a Bugatti, right? A Bugatti is like a $3 million car. It would be cool to have, but I don't want the problems that come with obtaining one, right? So if someone were to give me the keys to one, trust me, I'd take it and I'd drive it. But I don't want to, first of all, I don't know where I would get it serviced, right? I'm in a small province in Canada where we don't even have any Lamborghini or McLaren dealerships, let alone a Bugatti dealership. Not likely. I wouldn't want to, like me stressing to make that amount of money to not only be able to buy it, but to be able to afford it would be a ton, right? That comes with a ton of stress, a ton of stuff. It's not a price that I personally am willing to pay, but it's something that I quote unquote want, right? And that's with anything that you want. So a lot of people want to be entrepreneurs. They want to make whatever it is, 5K per month, 10K per month, 20K per month, 50K per month, 100K per month. But are you actually willing to stomach the problems that come with it? And a lot of people will, their knee-jerk reaction will be like, yeah, I'm all about it. But it's like, okay, but really think about it. And people say that they want it, and then they're on their way to get it, and it's difficult, and then they forget. They forget that this is the life that you signed up for, dude. Like, and even I do it. Like, I'm working and I get stressed, and I'm like, man, like maybe I should, you know, chill out a bit. Like, I'm getting stressed. It's getting hard. I'm getting confused. Right? There are all these problems. But then I remind myself that, hey, man, this is the price of admission, and to me, it genuinely is a small price to pay, man. Small price to pay. And I genuinely love this life. I genuinely love this life. This is happiness to me, man. To most people, you show this to them, the life, and they're like, "Wow, that's torture. You have to wake up that early, do all that. Like, when do you get to like watch TV? When do you get to play video games? When do you get to go party?" And I don't do any of those things. I haven't seriously played a video game, honestly, in pretty much my entire adult life. Like, I've tried to like, oh, I'm gonna relax and play some video games. Nah. Like, I'm talking about get on every day and hop in the party and group chat with some dude. Nah, dude, never in my adult life have I done that. Watching TV and movies, I mean, nah, dude, no Netflix, none of that. There's just no need because I would rather watch things that are conducive to my goals, things that either get me in the right mindset or are about business or are about fitness. Educational content. There's no reason for me to be watching entertainment content, right? Unless I'm just like hanging out with somebody every once in a blue moon. I'll watch something. But that's for a couple hours here and there, right? And I'm not really, it's not the action of watching it, it's the action of hanging out with the other people. That's what it actually is. Right, mama? So, yeah. Stop it. But yeah, plan now is to essentially go through my schedule and do the things that I've planned out for today. Going to be recording my YouTube video that I wrote this morning, finishing that up, writing course content, doing some more work, doing some shallow work, and then I also have a discovery call. But then after that, I have a meeting with my team. We're going to be talking about systems and next steps for the business and things of that nature. And I'll probably tap in with you guys when I'm doing my cardio. I have a rough idea of when I'm going to do it after all my work is done. But yeah, I'm going to do my cardio. I'll do my best to actually show you guys my macros as well, but they're on my phone and I'm recording with my phone right now, so I don't know how that's going to go. But yeah, man. So action step for today for you guys is to pick a life, plan it out, but plan it out based on the problems that you're willing to deal with, problems that you're eager to deal with. Because going to the gym, big problem. It takes a lot of work, but I love it, right? Going to the gym sets up the rest of my whole day for success. I love it. Waking up early is literally like, I wish I could say it because I wake up super early because I'm so disciplined. I'm so this, I'm so that. I'm built different. Not even close, dude. It literally like, I work better when there's nothing to do. Stores are closed. Everyone's asleep. Like, what else am I possibly gonna do at 3:36 a.m. other than just work? There's nothing to do. And then when the sun comes up, it's beautiful outside. Everybody's awake. The stores open up at around 10 a.m. or so. That right there, that is when I like to go out, go for a walk, just enjoy the life. And that's it. And I do see myself living this exact day as you see it pretty much every single day, 95% of the time for the rest of my life. And I'm so happy about that. Some people look at that and they're like, wow, that looks like a literal torture. That looks like purgatory. But this is the opposite for me. This is heaven. I'm legitimately, this as close to heaven as it gets for me personally. So guys, I'll see you probably when I'm doing my cardio. Peace. What is up, everybody? It is me. I am back, as promised, doing my cardio. There's not really much else to say about it, really. Oh, I guess I could probably show. Actually, no. You can imagine I'm just on my Peloton doing some indoor cycling. I'm not actually doing a class or anything right now. Essentially, I'm just free riding it. 30 minutes or so. I want to burn about 200 calories. And yeah, man, that's basically it. As you can tell, Fitness 4D is fully in effect. Going really hard at fitness lately. Just because, man, essentially for the last couple of years, I really feel as though I haven't really been growing. Like, I've been going to the gym and working out, but the growth is just, as far as I know, non-existent. Like, I look at pictures from 3 years ago, and I'm looking essentially the exact same. And that is unfortunate, right? Unfortunate. And the reason being is because I have not been taking, especially my nutrition, seriously. My nutrition. That's definitely the bane of my gains. I just, what really is it? I don't know. I just never counted my macros. That was the big thing. I didn't count my macros. I just ate. And I was main gaining. Anyways, let me know in these videos also what you want to see and what you want me to talk about. Because I can definitely go really, really into nutrition and gym and fitness. But long story short, essentially, I have just not been eating enough to bulk up or eating a little enough to cut. Kind of just been eating and maintaining my weight, which is fine for the beginning, which is why I saw results and got some muscles early on. But as you continue, what got you here is not going to get you there. Essentially, it's one of those situations. So I'm completely locking in and making it happen, man. No excuses. I mean, not only am I really focusing on fitness, I'm also definitely focusing on business and just getting better in general. Every aspect, self-studying, just getting into it. And a big reason why, of course, is because genuinely, like, dude, I want to lead from the front. Like, I tell you guys all the time, work hard, get at it, get after it, make it happen. Can you imagine if I was out here saying all that, saying the most, but then I don't know, I skipped out on some workouts, I wasn't waking up early, I wasn't putting my best foot forward, I was just kind of, whatever. And that's the type of people that I like to attract, and that's the type of people that I like to work with. You don't see me posting lifestyle type of content where I'm like buying a Rolex or buying a Lamborghini or flexing or flaunting money. That's not the type of people that I want to attract. I want to attract people who are like-minded. People who they're not looking for the shortcut. They're not looking like, how can I get Lambo ASAP without doing any work, internet money glitch type stuff. Like, there are no GTA 5 infinite car selling money glitches out here, bro. There just are not. There are no shortcuts. Of course, I like to make business and finance and making money as easy as possible. That's different from, I don't know, what a lot of people just post on like TikTok, for example. It's like, yo, man, infinite money glitch inbound, super easy, anyone can do it. I just don't like that, right? If you want the results, you're going to have to work hard. And that's just it. Dude, I'm not working hard for any external factor. I'm working hard just for me. Because I want to be the most prepared. I want to be the best. I want to be well equipped. Well equipped to handle any situation that life throws at me or my people. And that's what I focus on. That's just it. And dude, it feels good. Man, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. I was really considering hard not going to the gym. Because like I gotta do this tax stuff. Got a whole bunch of headaches to do. I got lots of stuff to do. I'm tired, stressed. I wanted to catch up on my sleep. But dude, I went anyways. That made the workout so much better. I was there doing legs as well, of all things, which is obviously a tough one. And I went, I killed it, and it just felt amazing while I was doing it, man. And I couldn't believe, after I was finished, I couldn't believe I was actually about to skip that workout. I was like, thank God. Dude, the workout is what took me out of the slump. Which really brings me to another thought, which really is a Stoic principle that I've heard of quite often lately, which is the obstacle is the way. The work that you're avoiding, the thing that you're avoiding, the thing that you're putting off, that's exactly what you need to do. Actually, now mentioning it, I remember a passage from the book The Art of War. I think that's what it was. It was either The Art of War or Turning Pro, but I know it was Stephen Pressfield. He's one of my favorite authors for sure, because not only are his books really good, have a lot of value, but dude, they're entertaining. He just says some cool stuff sometimes. But resistance is what he calls it, is essentially like your true north, your North Star. If there's something you really don't want to do, that's essentially like a compass pointing you towards that thing. Saying, yeah, that's the thing. That's the exact thing that you got to do. That's it right there. And dude, you already know it. Like, the thing is, it's popping into your head right now. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what you need to fix, what you need to improve. And I say that because, yes, I am talking to you, but I'm also talking to my former self, right? There was a lot of times when my whole life just revolved around video games or anime or watching some Naruto, chilling at home, and that was it, right? And then I kind of tried to start business a little bit, make some money online after I saw some videos on YouTube, and still I just wasn't all in, right? I tried affiliate marketing, some graphic design stuff, some freelancing, and it never really took off, not because of what it was itself, but it was because of me. I just wasn't there yet. I wasn't ready. But when I was there, when I was ready, I really took advantage of the situation, and I came out. I am forever grateful for the decisions that I made that 2.5-ish years ago. Forever grateful. Because the rest of my life gets to benefit from it, right? And that leads me to another thing that I definitely want to talk about. Is I uploaded a video, when was it? Probably about a year ago on YouTube. It was called, "If you don't work at least 80 hours per week, you're lazy." I was definitely rage baiting. But it was true. And I do believe that if you're not willing to put in a small amount, like in the grand scheme of things, let's say, whatever, you may have to sacrifice 3 years, 5 years of going out with friends, doing frivolous activities, so on and so forth. But that comes at a lifetime of rewards. A lifetime of being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, so to speak. So I'm not saying that you should literally work and grind every single day until you die, 80 hours per week, no excuses. I'm simply saying that depending on what your desired outcome is, which I assume if you're watching this channel or anything on the Tyson 4D channel, that your outcome is to be financially fit, physically fit, mentally and emotionally fit, and just level up your stats essentially, right? If that's your desired outcome, then yeah, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. You're going to have to sacrifice a couple years. But in the grand scheme of things, dude, you put your head down, by the time you take your head back up, you won't even notice it's gone. You will not even notice that it's gone. Like, I think I went definitely 1 year, full, disgusting, nasty grind mode. No friends, no talking to people, no relationships, No, like literally nothing. I went on a super hard dopamine detox to the point where I was eating my food unseasoned because I didn't want to get any extra dopamine from food. Because I understood that the lower my baseline of dopamine, the more dopamine I'll get from long-term disciplined activities like working on my business, like going to the gym, like working out. And while it might seem like I know it, see, here's the other thing, man, is that a lot of beginners and even some people who are successful in, especially in just financial, but it doesn't mean that they're actually quote unquote successful, right? By my definition, at least. But a lot of people think that only what they want to matter matters. Only what they want to matter matters. But it all matters. When you read a book, that matters. When you skip hanging out with your friends, that matters. Like, people fail to realize that it really is a 1-to-1 ratio. The more you divide your attention, the less you can put it towards business and becoming successful. Period. Period. That's it. Point blank. But people still want to fit it in somehow. Oh, well, I can't just work all the time. I don't want to give up years while I'm still young. I want to travel, party, and blah, blah, blah while I can. Dude, let me tell you something. That stuff is not going nowhere. That partying, that hanging out with your friends, chasing skirts, all of that, it is not going anywhere. The clubs, traveling, vacation, it will always be there. And the funny thing is, you can't really indulge in it how you would like to unless you are at least financially fit. I remember going out to the clubs as just a broke dude. And of course, we did the whole pre before we go downtown. That way we don't have to buy any drinks, right? Try to get in early so we didn't have to pay any cover. And dude, it's not the same, man. It's not the same. It's not worth it. Like, you can't do things how you know you want to do them because you know that you only got however much money that you should be spending, right? And a lot of the times, dudes, like your friends or people, will be like, "Ah, man, I can't go out tonight. Like, I literally can't be spending money. Like, I can't be spending money." You literally have ran out of options because you do not have your finances right. Anybody who finds themselves in that situation, dude, 99% of people who find themselves in that situation they lack self-awareness. They don't really understand what they're doing. They just think, whatever. They're just trying to be average, right? There's a small percentage of people who are bound to snap themselves out of it eventually. And that was definitely me. Eventually, I snapped out of it and I just went cold turkey. No more at all. And one of my biggest motivations when I was first starting out is quitting my job. I really, really did not want to work my 9-to-5 anymore, any longer, right? Like, every day was excruciating, legitimately. And it wasn't exactly a coal mine. I was working as a carpenter at that point. But I just knew it wasn't me, dude. I went to job site after job site after job site. Didn't get paid enough. Wasn't appreciated. And I didn't enjoy it. I could not see myself doing that forever. I didn't like the people I was working with. I didn't like a lot of my bosses. Some of them were cool. Some of them were, every once in a while, they're kind of cool. But it just wasn't me. And then the thought of, man, I might be able to quit my job in 6 months, in 3 months, 5 months. That was what really, really made it super worth it for me, because there was nothing I wanted more than to stay home, dude. I remember that was a dream, a dream. I remember sometimes we would grab some material from the wood store, right? Grab some 2x4s and whatnot. And I would see people on a random Wednesday, like 11 o'clock a.m., just strolling around. And I would think to myself, wow, must be nice being able to enjoy your day when you want to do it. And that might be one of the biggest reasons why I like to work from 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. ish and get off and just go out. Is because I like to enjoy the day, man. When the sun is up, that's when you can really, I don't know, go for a walk, go hang out at some stores, go for a stress-free grocery trip. That's like all I ever really wanted to do. That right there is true freedom. True freedom. And that's exactly what finances get you. Finances get you options. Because the thing that I painted out, and probably like the lifestyle that I'm showing you guys, the life that I'm living, is not for everybody. Some people are like, well, I would rather, I don't know, wake up at noon, work until 8, and then be up all night. Right? That's definitely not for me. But dude, that's the thing, is that you just get freedom to do whatever you want, whenever you want to do it. Is that worth a couple years to you? To me, absolutely. I would do it all again and again and again and again. And bro, it didn't matter if it took me 10 years. I was glad that it didn't. Very glad. But hey man, I think it's worth 10. I think it's worth 15. I think it's worth 20. I think it's worth whatever time price tag you put on it. Because what's the alternative? Settling. Settling. Far too many people settle for average, for mediocre. And you want to know the biggest reason why people settle? The biggest reason as to why people settle for less than they're capable of, less than they want, they just settle for less than they can be, is because they're in pain, but not enough to actually cause any lasting change. And one of the reasons why is because they compare down. They compare down. If you want to catch some of your excuses, take them to the extremes and see if it's still an excuse. Let me give you an example, right? Oh, well, I make $30,000 a month, let's say. I don't actually, I make more than that, but let's say, I'm quoting you. Oh, I make $30,000 a month. These guys over here make 10K per month, so I make 3 times all of them, so I'm doing really well, right? But you know what it really reminds me of in the what is it called? The scenario that I really like to reference is smokers, bro. Smokers are bought in to their excuses. 100% bought in. I remember asking a smoker, bro, you smoke a pack a day. What are you doing? You don't think that's not good for your lungs? You don't think that's going to kill you early on? They say, well, my Uncle Tony, he smokes 2 packs a day. And he's 74, so I'll probably be fine. Ah, man. Like, dude, what? And it sounds ridiculous when you put it in the smoking context. But when you put it in your own context, chances are you're telling yourself something similar to that. I know I did. But we all kind of have a little bit of that smoker's mindset in us, where we're making excuses that don't make no sense to anybody else. But we dilute ourselves into thinking, yeah, that's a valid excuse. I mean, that's a valid, that's a valid reason. That's a valid reason, right? There's no valid reason, man. There are dudes who had so much less than you. Less opportunity, started behind you, started with less, went into something harder, succeeded bigger. I mean, man, the thing is, if someone else can do it, dude, I know I can do it. I know that I can do it. You need that type of self-confidence. I can do this. It doesn't matter what it is. I can do this. Like, a scenario actually that pops into my mind when I think that is when I was at, what would you even call it? I was getting my firearms license. To do our firearms license, we needed to do some practice, right? So the practice was, okay, they showed us how to do everything, the exact steps, right? You go up, you essentially clear the rifle and et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, okay, got it. So we learned it, and then they're like, okay, who wants to do their first practice? And I was at the back, the end of the line, right? There was probably like 5 different guys there. They're like, okay, who wants to go first? Everyone's looking around. I was looking around. I don't know. You want to do it first? Like, there's a guy in the front of the line. He could have just went. I was in the back of the line. And I was like, sure, whatever. I'll go first. Was I perfect at it? No. I literally froze, and I messed up. But I didn't care. I didn't care, man. I went up anyways. I'm not scared of going first. Like, what? How much of a... I don't even know, man. I don't want to use any derogatory language, but dude, what kind of person is scared of going first? Nobody here knows how to do it. I'm not worried about what you random dudes think of me. I'll get up there and look like an idiot, and that's exactly what I did. There's like an acronym called ACTS Prove, ACTS PROVE or something like that. Anyways, I don't even remember it really that much now, but I couldn't recall it, so I stood there and froze. And I was like, yeah, I don't know the next letter. So then they helped me out, and I basically tanked it. I bombed it. I didn't know how to do it. But dude, I don't care. And the reason why so many people just get stuck is because they care way too much. They care way, way, way too much. Care about what people think of them. They don't want to fail. They don't want to mess up. And you know what else, man? After I got up there, and I went first, and I like tanked or bombed or whatever, I earned the respect of everybody in the room. Everybody else in the room started talking to me more, you know, making comments about what I'm doing in like a friendly way. Because effort is a universal language. People recognize it anywhere. When you see somebody who put in genuine effort into what they're doing, it will compensate for a lot of other areas that they might not be excelling at. I'll give you an example. So basically every online freelancer, right, or many of them, have a similar method of attaining clients, getting people to, businesses to work with them, give them money, even if you don't have any yet. Everybody knows your first month of learning a skill, graphic design, copywriting, marketing, remote sales, you're not that good. Your first 3 months, you're not that good. You'll only start to get really nasty at it a couple years in, probably. So how are you supposed to get experience then? Nobody wants to hire you because you have no experience, and you have no experience because ain't nobody want to hire you. So what are you to do? You're supposed to essentially excel in effort. What I've done, and I teach my students that works very well, is to just offer stuff for free. Show that while you might not be the top dog right now, you might not know everything, you might not have worked with the biggest names, you might not have hundreds of clients or whatever, made $1 million before. While all that might not be true, if you show your effort, it will compensate for all of those things. Because a lot of the times in business, people hire for attitude and not for skill, right? Huge misconception. Oh, well, why would somebody hire me when there are better people out there? Dude, every disadvantage you think you have is really an advantage if you look at it from a different perspective. I'll give you an example. You're new at a skill. And you're trying to get clients, and it's difficult for you. And you say, well, I can't get clients because I'm not good enough. I don't have enough experience yet. I don't have any testimonials. I don't really know what to do. Dude, none of those. Here's the thing, man. I like hiring beginners. I've hired many beginners. I've hired people who I was paying them like 100 or 200 bucks a month to start. And then eventually down the line, like they're in the C-suite of my company, essentially, managing a whole, what would you call it? Like a whole sector of the business. They're getting paid like almost, getting paid 3K, 4K per month, right? And I mean, you hire for attitude. And the other thing, dude, is that if I have somebody who's 100% like dedicated to the business, I can teach them. Skill is easy to teach somebody. Like that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's easy to teach somebody. When somebody hops on the team, it also doesn't even matter how good their skill is. I'm still gonna have to train them either way to do things how we do them. So if you're a beginner, your advantages are you can accept a lot less money than somebody who's been working for 3 years. If somebody's been working for 3 years and been highly successful at their craft, they're going to charge. They are going to charge, right? And some people are looking for that. Some people want top dollar, top quality. I want a guy who's been there, done that. Some people are, all you need, dude, all you need is for someone to come along and say, you know what? I like the cut of this guy's jib. I like that he led with value. I like that he's working hard. I like that he's putting in effort. And as long as he does those things, dude, I think I'll try him out. I'll try him out for a month. We'll see what happens. If he sucks, I'll let him go. If he shows he really wants to learn and really wants to do this, I'll give him an opportunity. And dude, that's all you need. Now, you not having any experience will never be a factor. You only don't have experience one time. One time you're brand new at something. If you can't swallow, or if you can't deal with being new at something for one time, dude, assess how bad you really want it, man. Because as I was talking about this morning, so many people are diluted into thinking they want something that they don't really want. They want it, but they're not willing to pay the price for it. Therefore, you don't really want it. Do you really want it? Are you enthusiastic about paying the price for it? That's how you know if you want something or not. Are you enthusiastic about paying the price for it? So, dude, if you're an amateur, carry yourself like a professional. Because it's just like Mike Tyson said. You have to be the champion before you become the champion. And I've implemented that in my own life in a few different ways. The first way that really comes to mind, dude, is that before I really started making consistent money with copywriting, I was doing all of the things that you see now. I was waking up at 2 a.m. I was tracking my time on Toggle. I was scheduling every hour of every single day. I was cutting out distractions. I was locked in. I was doing that thing where I was doing dopamine detox where I couldn't even eat sweet treats. I couldn't even eat anything with spices on it. I would have rice and chicken and would literally decide not to put Frank's Red Hot sauce on it because I didn't want it to affect my dopamine. That is how locked in I was before I even got my first retainer copywriting client that was paying me every single month. I had some deals here and there, but I wasn't making any consistent cash. But I still went hard. And of course I almost quit, dude. And it's so true. This is the number one most truest thing that has ever been said. And it's always proven to me time and time after again and again. Is that right after you're about to quit, that is when it's given to you. Right after you really get tested, that right there is when it's about to happen. I remember about probably, I want to say a month, but probably less. I was texting my buddy and I was like, look, man, this copywriting thing, bro, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know what I can do better. I don't know where I can improve. I think that if I don't get a client by next month, I'm going to switch to trying to be a remote salesperson. And this is why it's so important to have people that will call you out on stuff, right? Friends who you lovingly make fun of each other and just give each other crap. He said, "Bro, how hard do you think it's going to be to get a remote sales client? You're going to be in the literal same position, and the only difference is just now you have to start back at square one, really, with your skill wise, because I didn't really know much about remote sales. And remote sales wasn't as much for me. Like I'm telling you right now how much I love my autonomy of my time. Remote sales, you gotta get on the calls when you're supposed to have calls. You're on calls pretty much every day, all day. And I didn't want that. So I put my head back down and I just went. And I would say that the big difference here was that I just came to terms with, you know what? This is now a lifestyle. I genuinely don't care if it takes 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. If it takes 10 years, I'm still sitting here sending outreaches and practicing my copy and, I don't know, doing what I can and getting programs and courses. So be it, man. So be it. And you know what, dude? That's really the big takeaway, because while a lot of people might see me as a copywriting coach, right? I am not really a copywriting coach. I'm somebody who changed my life, transformed my life, and I went from negative to positive. And now I show other people how to do the same thing. And copywriting is just the medium through which I help people transform their lives financially. And you know what, dude? With copywriting or being successful at any financial endeavor, it has very little to do with the skill. There's not much to writing copy, getting better. There's not much to outreach, getting clients. It really does come down to being disgustingly consistent, persistent, attacking your goals with ferocity and relentlessness. It can't just be a hobby, it can't just be a goal, it has to be a magnificent obsession. And anything short of that is utterly a disgrace to yourself and your bloodline. It's like, why even try if you're not going to go 100% in? I never understood that. I mean, yeah, at the beginning, when I first tried to start business and affiliate marketing, that was me. I was trying, but I didn't put my all into it. Because, again, the funny thing is people think that they can take their bad habits with them because they think it doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Everything matters. Like I said, everything matters. You have to have integrity with yourself. Integrity is the ability to do the right thing when nobody is watching, when you think that there are no consequences, but still doing the right thing anyways. And it's hard, dude. It's difficult. It's really difficult. But I mean, it's worth it, man. You have to practice it little by little. Make your bed. Go to the gym when you don't feel like it. Take a cold shower. I don't know. Do whatever it takes, because there's one thing, and this is why, another reason why I'm so glad that I kind of videotaped my journey, right? Every once in a while, I would take a video of what my copywriting journey was looking like. At the very beginning, I wrote it on Snapchat because I knew it would give me a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year memory. And I always wanted to remember it. And I knew before I even wrote my first piece of copy, I knew I would make it. I knew it. There was no telling me otherwise. That day that I joined Hustlers University and it said, you can make, some people have made over $10,000 per month with copywriting. As soon as I read those fateful words, I was already making 10K per month. My bank account didn't reflect it, that's for sure. But in my mind, I already was. That very night, I went to the grocery store and bought a whole bunch of shit I didn't need. I bought some new cutlery, I got some new pots and pans. I didn't have the money for it, but I knew I was thinking, well, I'm going to be making 10K per month soon anyways. So what does it matter? Is that financial advice? No. That's just how sure I was, dude. That was how sure I was. That's how sure I was that I would never give up. Saw other people doing it, and I know that I could do it too. There's nobody in this world that can do something that I can't do. It doesn't make any sense. So I really hope some of that confidence is translated to you through the screen and into your own heart and body. You can do whatever it is you want to do as long as you take it freaking seriously. As long as you do it with dedication and nothing can possibly take you off your track. You have to be obsessed. You have to be unwilling to quit. Like literally, you want to know how extreme it got? It got to the point where I was in just so grind mode that whenever something bad happened, right, quote unquote bad, whenever a setback happened, I would look up to the sky and speak to God, and I would say, is that it? I thought you save your most difficult battles for your strongest soldiers. And this is all you have? This is the biggest challenge you have? Light work. Give me something give me something bigger next time. Give me some more stress next time. Not only can I take it's not hard enough. It's just not hard enough. And that's the mindset that I keep until this day. Because a setback is just a setup for a comeback. Anyways, man, that's been my cardio. I went a little bit over because I'm chatting, but hey, man, that's it. So you guys, again, go down in the comments. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you want to, what you want me to talk about, what, if you like these videos, if I should do more. And that's it, man. I might take one more video before I go to bed, but maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? All right, everybody, that's it for today. And of course, I'll see you guys on the next one.